Hey, thanks for joining. I'm your host, Chris Gennaro. My co-host is Rizk, and today we have Myk from Wharflurch. How you doing?
Doing awesome, man. How are you?
Cool. So we were putting this together. I know you said you were doing a tour, or you're in the midst of the tour. So let's just start off and talk about that and who you're touring with, where you're going. Are you halfway through?
Oh
How's
no,
that working?
no. We just did a short week out with Mall and Writhing Shadows,
Okay.
and it
Where'd you
was
go?
it was great. We just kind of joined them for like the southeast kind of part of the thing,
So they
and
were on a larger tour.
yeah, Mall did like 2 weeks. Writhing Shadows joined them like 3 or 4 days in, and then we joined them like a week in.
Okay. And Maul, you did a split with recently.
Yes, we did the Mixophobia split with Mall and also with Thorn.
And how did that come about?
Actually, it originally came about because Thorn and us, we were gonna do the same thing, but we were gonna do it with this other band called Casket Slime. And we had the whole concept, and we even had the art, and we had like, songs starting to write, and then they like disbanded and like got off social media for a while and just disappeared. So we were like, well, what are we gonna do? So we asked them all to do it, and they were super down. It just took them a really long time because they ended up writing like this epic 13-minute song and doing that for the compilation. So
Hey,
yeah.
you can't complain about that. You mentioned
I
artwork.
love it.
All of your artwork is like it's definitely I think it's more the color scheme is super unusual in the death metal scene because you've got all those psychedelic colors. I'm sure it goes with your psychedelic theme, but talk about the artwork and who does that and how you guys, did the artist come up with that theme, or did you guys?
You're talking about for the full length album?
Well, I think all your artwork is has sort of that it's like a mix of purples and reds and greens, right? That there's multiple artworks that you guys have that
Well,
sort of
yeah,
have that color scheme, right?
we've done a lot with the green. We've done a little bit with the purple. The album cover art, the one by Lucas Valtenbergs for the full length. That the color scheme and the content of the art on there was kind of mostly my idea, but I just let him like go crazy with it. But I sent him like a rough sketch of how I wanted it to kind of be laid out and like a few key elements I wanted to include. And then I just kept harassing him until he got the color right.
Nice. So does he send you Photoshop comps and stuff?
Yeah. We sent a lot of stuff back and forth. It was really great. He's very communicative. So that went super smoothly. I think it only took him like really a week or so to get that whole thing together, honestly, something like that. It was some ridiculous turnaround, maybe a little longer, but it wasn't much. And then also, so go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, how did it feel getting back out and playing in front of audiences again on a run like that? How was it?
Oh man, it was amazing, man, because it had been a while, and
Yeah.
we played a few, like from September through November, we played like 4 shows, and that was fun. But being able to play like shows in a row type of thing was great. I love doing that, and I just felt back in my element. We had a really great time. All the shows were actually really, really killer.
Awesome. Good turnout to them. Everyone psyched.
Yeah, I mean,
See live music again, right?
yeah, I mean, even on like the Monday and Tuesday night shows, we still had like really decent turnouts.
Cool.
And all the bands were super kick-ass and super heavy, and it was fucking great.
So while we're talking about live shows, who's doing drums for you? Who is doing drums? That's the right question. Who's
Yeah.
doing drums?
John Mamo plays drums.
Oh, I see. So he does the drums and the vocals then.
Yeah.
Okay, because you guys had a drummer for a little while, but I think he left.
Yeah, I mean, to be real about it, he was only in the band for like 3 months.
Okay. Yeah,
something.
Right. It said it didn't even
Or
say
maybe
like
5
this date.
months. I don't know.
But was he on any of the recordings?
The only recording he was on is Shit Slime.
Okay.
And then
so it's
then
John's
Mamo,
playing drums for everything else.
yeah. He's been playing drums ever since the other guy left. He's been doing it.
Okay.
We auditioned one other guy.
What?
We auditioned one other guy and it went so badly.
Drummers are rough, you know. And usually the drummers are in like 5 different bands because they're in such high demand.
Well, that's the thing. Me and John Mamo have been in like 6 bands together, I think, at this point. But this was supposed to be the one where he was just going to get to be the lead singer. That was our original idea, you know. But you know, it just didn't work out. And then once, you know, we got Steven in the band after the first extra guitar player quit and the other drummer flaked, it was like, this is actually perfect now, you know.
So you have no plans to audition new drummers?
No.
Okay.
They'd have to be more awesome than John Mamo, and we're not. I don't know. We're Mamo's got the exact style that I want, you know.
Yeah, it's got to be a pain in the ass though to sing and do drums, probably even more so than singing and playing guitar though.
Yeah, I mean, I do like backing vocals, and we also do vocal like back and forth things as well. So, you know. But he's just a beast. He gets up there and he fucking runs it. And just, you know, goes hard. Gets possessed by the power of death metal.
I love the power of death metal.
Fucking right.
Where in Florida are you from? It just says Florida on your Bandcamp. Can you say where?
Yeah, we're from Gainesville, Florida.
Oh shit. Okay. I am actually grew up in Jacksonville.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. We played there the other night.
Oh shit. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we played there last Tuesday, in fact.
Oh wow, cool. As I used to go to Gainesville to see shows. That's where like the shows would happen, like Hardbacks and Market Street Pub and some other place. I don't know. Yeah, I saw a lot of shows in Gainesville. Gainesville's a cool little town.
Yeah, it's definitely like a music town, you know, like there's a lot of bands, a lot of people doing a lot of stuff, DJ stuff, all kind of everything, you know.
Yep. Yeah.
You touched upon your other band. I'm assuming you're talking about Hot Graves. But I guess there were other bands that you did with John.
Yeah, I mean, he's in Hot Graves now. But he wasn't in it up until like 3 years ago or something like that.
Are you still in Hot Graves?
Oh yeah, we still got Hot Graves. Okay. Yeah, we got a whole full-length album ready to go.
Okay, and that Hot Graves is a little bit more thrashy, right? It's got a little bit more of a thrash thing than.
Yeah, it's kind of like death thrash, D-beat kind of stuff. It's a lot of that, but there's also a lot of flavor to it as well. Little extra things.
Speaking about flavor, with Wharflurch, there's definitely a lot of like synth stuff going on here and there.
Yeah.
So talk about that. Like, who's doing the synths? Do you do that live?
No, we don't do it live.
Some of that stuff.
I do all the synth stuff that's on the like recordings and on the records, you know, I produce the recordings pretty much. So I'm always doing, you know, pretty much all the synthesizer stuff by myself. I have another project where I do stuff like that with the singer of Hot Graves called Isthmus of Sticks, where we do it together, but it's just the synthesizer stuff, you know?
Okay, so is that metal? Is that a metal project then? Or is it just like atmospheric or?
I mean, we call it death metal intro music.
It's like a whole album of the intro.
It's nothing but intro after intro after intro, but they're all mashed together like a mixtape, you know?
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, like each song is kind of like a mixtape of ambient death metal intro music type things. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes there's some beats and some other weird shit. We just kind of do whatever, but that's the concept anyway.
Cool. And I'll have the link in the description, but that's on Bandcamp. I can find that there, right?
Yeah, it's on Bandcamp, all the streaming apps, everything. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we like to stick the links in so everybody can go and check out different shit that we talk about.
Certainly.
And speaking about links, I can put a link in there to your video. As you would imagine, or probably could have guessed, that the Swamp Thing video has a ton of clips from Swamp Thing.
Oh yeah, and Man Thing.
And what?
Man Thing.
Man Thing. Oh, did Man Thing have a show? I don't even know if I knew that.
It was a movie.
It was a movie? Okay, I must have missed that one. But Swamp Thing, the movie, and a little bit the TV series, but not as much. I was definitely into. I'm old, so that came out when I was a kid.
Me too.
Watched it on HBO probably 1,000 times.
Oh yeah.
I tried to I got my kids to watch it, and I thought it held up pretty good. I mean, some of it was a little silly, but you know.
I mean, it is, but the way he looks is cool, and everything about it, it still stands up. I think especially if you're a kid.
Yeah, no, totally. I loved it, and I will prefer that type of costume over CGI any day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, like because you're right. Like that costume in Swamp Thing was pretty fucking rad.
Yeah, it's still cool to this day to me. You know, I love Swamp Thing, period. You know, like that's one of my favorite all-time comic book ideas.
Okay. Did you got into like the whole Vertigo thing when that was going on?
Nah, I got into it years later when I found like the graphic novels, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a bit of a comic book geek. I don't know if you can tell from the posters behind me, but so yeah, no, I have a collection.
What is that poster behind you? What is that?
Ronin by Frank Miller and Dave McKean's Cages.
Okay, yeah, I'm not familiar with those.
So Dave McKean did a lot of the Sandman covers, which
I could tell. That's what I thought it was behind you. I thought it was some Sandman shit.
Yeah, he's the same guy. That's the same dude. And
did he date Tori Amos by any chance?
No, but he did some work for Tori Amos. We're getting a little off topic of the metal, but I certainly know that.
I can't remember who it was, but I met a guy who I know did something with the Sandman comics at one point, but he was with Tori Amos when I met him.
He was like dating Tori Amos?
That's what it seemed like.
Okay.
They were walking around the mall together and shit.
Mm. Oh, did you get to meet Tori Amos?
Sort of.
Okay.
I served her some frozen yogurt.
That's a cool story. I served Tori Amos frozen yogurt. Why not?
Yeah, she got the frozen yogurt and she got the fat-free, sugar-free chocolate syrup on it. And as I handed her back her change, I was like, you know, I was a cornflake girl at one point. And she had like these big ass sunglasses on. She wouldn't take them off, but I could tell she was just like staring at me all like, you asshole.
Oh, really?
And then whoever that dude was who was with her started laughing his fucking ass off.
Okay.
But he was cool.
You got to get, if you can get a laugh out of somebody, it's always a good joke. I found that.
Yeah, I mean,
I would have, if I was standing behind her, I would have laughed.
I am a nerd about comic book stuff, but I'm not like a nerd about all of it. I'm very like specific about the ones that I love, you know?
I'm the same way. Like I went to art school and, you know, everybody assumes that I know all about art history because I went to art school, but I'm kind of like, no, I know a lot of shit about the people I like and virtually nothing about the people I don't like, because why?
Well,
I don't care.
I learned a bunch of art history in high school, but not in college.
My art teacher let us do open notebook tests, so that was the end of that. I was just like, I did very well. I had very good notes.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did.
But you know, they don't really teach like, you know, about Giger in art history class, which is a shame because they should.
Well, I mean, they should be getting there at some point, you know, like depends on how far through history they move.
It's you know, it's a lot about splatter paintings and stuff. I mean, the later stuff, and then
Jackson Pollock.
The Jackson, but yeah, that was never my jam.
Looks like fun.
It does look like fun. That's true. You know what? Putting the paint in an airplane engine.
Yeah, why not?
So let's getting back to Wharflurch. Who is the psychedelic person? Where is that? Is that coming from both of you guys, or is that one or the other?
I mean, me and Mamo are equally like on that. Like as far as the album concept and the lyrics, we kind of work together on that to like map out how the songs would flow and how they would tell the story and what parts of the story we really wanted to tell and like how we were going to convey the whole thing in 6 songs, you know? So yeah, I mean, and we eat a lot of mushrooms and shit. So yeah.
Are any of the concepts, like you said, it's not a concept album, is it?
Certainly.
Oh, it is. Okay.
I mean, it tells a story, but yes, it's a concept album. Yeah.
Okay, we're talking about Psychedelic Realms of Hell, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the concept? Let's go with it.
I don't know. I kind of like to let people like read it,
Okay.
and you know, like the whole thing about it is you need to sit and read the lyrics and like go through it and like find your way through the album and see what it makes it feel like for you.
Okay. Yeah, and
but
actually,
I'll give you a precursor. I'll basically explain the first song. How about that? So the first song basically says that it's kind of science fiction, science fact. You know, it says, you know, this asteroid came to Earth festooned with spores from another part of the galaxy and hit this planet, which just happened to be atmospherically ripe, so they could take over the entire planet underground, silently, and then above ground and everything. You know, it's just the whole mushroom worship thing, but it strays into like science fiction territory and psychedelic horror and all that kind of shit.
Okay, that's cool. So yeah, so horror, science fiction. It sounds a little bit of, I don't know. The way you first described it, I was thinking Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but
no, it's not like that.
Not like that. It's more a mushroom thing.
It's mushrooms.
You guys got a lot of Doom influences, Doom parts in your music. Do you have any Doom influences in particular?
Yeah, man, I love Doom metal. I love classic Doom, like traditional heavy metal Doom shit. I love like extreme Doom shit. You know, like just today I was listening to Magic Circle. That's like some like real traditional old school kind of doomy shit with like a really great singer. But I also like stuff like Moss and Otisonic and you know, these like bands that were a little more extreme with what they did. And I like death doom bands too. You know, I like Mournful Congregation a lot. That band's fucking amazing. I even like stuff like Grief and Corrupted. I love all that slow shit, you know.
Yeah, we like Grief. We've had Grief on, and I think we had somebody from Magic Circle on. We didn't have.
Oh, actually, yeah, the guy from yes, Innumerable Forms.
Informs was in there. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they were cool.
Magic Circle's so sick, dude.
And and Terry from Grief was a fantastic guest as well.
Fuck yeah, dude. Grief is like a big one for me as well, you know, back in the day and shit. But like I take that shit now and try to just like I don't want to make stuff like any of those people did, but I want to like take the vibe of it and use it when I want it to be there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like to make it slow. Mamo's always trying to make it fast, you know.
Oh, are you the slower dude and he's the faster dude?
Well, I don't know. Not really. But
doesn't the person that plays the drums usually get to decide the tempo a little bit more?
No.
Not
in my fucking band. Not at all.
No. What
we go over that shit meticulously, man. Like I'll be like when we go in the studio, I'll have all the beats per minute laid out. I'll be like, yo, we're playing it at this tempo, mm-hmm. You know, because sometimes if you play things too fast, you know, you lose the heaviness. Sometimes if you play them too slow, it's just like meh.
It loses the feel.
Yeah, it's all about getting the feel exactly how I intended it to be.
Sure. What the name Wharflurch? Where did that come from? How'd you arrive at Wharflurch?
I just you know, the concept behind me right now naming bands or any project like that is making something that when you Google it, the only thing that comes up is that.
Okay. Okay.
You know, like there's no like
there's no confusion. Yeah.
yeah, there's no, it's a reference to something else. It's just like a plain ass word. It's some generic death metal band name. You know, you could do like one of those death metal band name generators and still come up with all the band names that are already out right now. You know, how many bands have the word rot as the last word in their band name?
Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my son had a whole theory about band names and how you need to stick two random words together.
Well, that's what I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I carefully thought about it, you know, like I would like come up with combinations and be like, oh, let's try this. And then some weird thing would come up. I'm like, nope. And then the day I put in Wharflurch, nothing came up at all. Not one fucking search. And I was like, this is the name. This is it.
That's it.
I finally cracked the code.
There you go.
But it's the same thing for my other new project that's about to come out, Plasmodulated. I just like kind of like slapped two words together and I Googled it and I'm like, that's not a word. Cool. This is a band name now.
So tell us about that project.
That's something I'm doing. You know, we were all caught up on all the like Wharflurch stuff that we had to do for the year, basically. So at the time anyway. So I just started, I got out a different guitar and I had it tuned up to like kind of more like a standard tuning. And I just started trying to write like kind of more old school death thrash, but with like a new school death metal vibe to it. So like the guitars are tuned up, but the vocals are like super like low down gurgly shit. It's pretty fun. And I got some guest solos on there. I got guest solos from Cody from Sang with Sugabog.
Oh,
and,
cool.
Peter from Pale Gaze and Mutilation Barbecue.
I don't know Mutilation Barbecue. That's definitely two words that, well, no, I guess you would assume that Mutilation Barbecue.
It's like a Cannibal Corpse record, something, I don't know. Or Mortician.
Oh, is it a Mortician record? Okay.
Well, hacked up for the barbecue is one.
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying, Eric.
But I guarantee you that Mutilation is in a song title somewhere on there. You know,
probably, yeah.
I haven't looked in a while, but
that's true. That is true. What is on the horizon for Wharflurch this year? What are you guys gonna be up to?
Well, we have a show this weekend with Body Box and a bunch of other bands down in Daytona. That should be pretty fun. And then after that, we're just going to concentrate on finishing this new record that we kind of started recording at the end of last year. So we got another 8 songs we're about to, you know, fire down the pipe.
Awesome.
Sooner than later.
Cool.
I did end up watching an interview with you from Ken's Death Metal Crypt, where you talk about trying to get down to Mexico. Did you ever get down there?
We did go to Mexico.
Okay, but you didn't play. You just went to Total Death.
No, Hot Graves played.
Oh, you did play. Okay.
Yeah. Hot Graves played on the Sunday of the fest. Yeah.
And how did that go? Like, that sounds awesome.
It was fucking incredible, man. Like, you know, like we had our merch booth set up. We're chilling. We're doing our thing. Not really many people stopping by to do anything. And then we played, and there was like 30 people all mobbing around our shit. And they literally bought everything we had in like 12 minutes.
Oh,
well, they bought half of the shirts, but they bought all of our physical like audio media, all of it. They sold us out of everything.
Yeah, that's got to be an awesome feeling.
We did not expect that. It was great.
I feel like I need to go see a death metal show in Mexico. Like, that's got to be a fucking awesome experience.
Well, in July is I think it's July, yeah, is Total Death Over Mexico 4, and Wharflurch is playing that. So
oh shit, okay.
Let's see what's up, man. Make it happen.
Make it happen. You got time to plan.
Oh, me? Fucking
yeah.
Mexico?
Yeah.
I don't know if
it'd be fun.
I got to figure out a different way to sell that to my wife. I'm not sure. Yeah,
You can have a Mexican vacation, and then the nights of the show, just go see the show.
Yeah. You just gotta be like, this is for journalism purposes.
Yes.
What city in Mexico is that in?
In Mexico City.
It's in Mexico City.
And Mexico City is awesome. I've been there, for visiting it years ago. It was pretty awesome. It was awesome for sure.
I've never been to Mexico. I've been to Mexico a couple times, but never Mexico City.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Mexico City is a whole different thing, man. It's like one of the biggest cities, if not the biggest city on the earth. And it's like super high elevated. There's art everywhere. There's all kinds of shit. There's rich ass neighborhoods. There's broke ass neighborhoods. There's everything, Yeah. There's thousands of year old architecture, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Ton of museums.
Yeah. Speaking of H.R. Geiger, while we were there, they had an H.R. Geiger exhibit going on. That shit was crazy cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I've seen he had an exhibit in New York a while back. I saw it was pretty fucking awesome. And
yeah, they've been moving it around.
Yeah. You guys do a lot of singles. Is any particular reason for that, or it's
singles?
Well, I feel like when you look at your discography, it's like you got one full length, but like a dozen releases. So there's like a lot of EPs in there.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that shit's the same shit, just being released in a different way. You know what I mean? We got like really, we got a demo, we got 2 EPs, we got a full length, we got a live in the studio album, we got a couple splits, and a compilation appearance. And that's really, and also a flexi disc that's about to come out.
Cool.
So I guess that's the single too.
What you're putting out a flexi disc? Cool.
No, well, it's already coming out and shit. We're just waiting on it to arrive. But it's Frozen Screams putting that out. They did the VHS with the live in the studio thing on it, and then it has the Swamp Thing video on the end, and then they did a tape version of that. And then they did a flexi disc of the Swamp Thing song.
Cool.
Well, that was really why we did the Swamp Thing, so we could do it on a flexi disc. And that's why I chose to do the Swamp Thing, so it could be short enough to fit on a flexi disc.
What's the time length limit on that?
Like 2.5 minutes maximum, 2:25 really, ideally, at 45 RPM.
Yeah, I noticed Frozen Screams doing a bunch of stuff. We had Weeping on, and I think they have they deal with Frozen Screams a lot.
Yeah, Frozen Screams put out their 2 things that are out, I guess. Yeah. I think they're still waiting on their vinyl too.
Well, I think everybody's waiting on their vinyl, right?
Yeah, but their shit came out way long time ago, man. That shit was I think it came out 2020, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I could be wrong. It might have been just the beginning of the year, but still, like, it's taking way longer than everybody else's shit. I talked to Kareem at Night Shift about it. He was telling me they're just having hella problems with it.
And then you've done some stuff with Gurgle and Gore.
So much stuff.
I think we were trying to get Big Daddy Gore on the show, and I think he agreed until he figured out it was a video interview, and then he was like, "Eef."
Yeah. I got him on my live stream thing on Instagram once.
Oh, okay. I'll have to go check that out.
I think I'm the only one who ever got him on there too.
Well, definitely hit me up with the link and I'll put it in the description. I feel like I need to go check that out. I feel like
live though. That's it. I think it's.
Oh, is it?
I'm pretty sure we saved it.
Oh, you saved it.
It's probably in the archives of all the lives.
Okay. Yeah. If you have a link to that archive, I'll check that out.
No, it was sick. Like we were talking about label whatever stuff at first, and then before you know it, we're talking about like 3 6 Mafia and all this other stuff. Yeah, he's a good guy. I like him a lot.
Yeah,
and also like he was the first label to put us out, and I was like, when we started coming with like with our first real EP, I was thinking about who the hell I was going to try to send it to try to get a tape deal or whatever. And then I kept seeing him posting stuff about starting a label and this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, let me holler at this dude. Let me see what he's about, because I was like a fledgling underground band trying to like do it a little different, matched up with like a label that's exactly doing the same thing, just starting out. I feel like we could grow together instead of me having to try to like insert my band into some already populated roster where everybody's kind of like doing the thing.
Yeah, and he's in one of the bands. I think he's in Seep, and that EP is really good.
Yeah, it is for sure.
I forget that's why I was really bummed when he canceled on us. I mean, I get whatever, it's. But,
yeah, he's just like he's got his whole other life to think about. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, no, I understand that. Luckily, like I work in an industry where I don't think anybody would give a shit that I'm a metal, a metal
right,
and whatnot, and. But
right.
not everybody's like, I'm sure there's people working at very like conservative or, whatever places that are probably sort of worried about,
Yeah, I mean, he's got his reputation to uphold on some level. So I don't ask him too much about it, but I just respect his wishes,
Yeah. No, me and Eric were talking about maybe if we get somebody who has those concerns, we'll like put them in a mask or backlight them or something like that and disguise their voice, do something cool like that.
I mean, even for him, that's why we start calling him Big Daddy Gore, because, well, for one, we call everybody Daddy this and Poppy that and all this type of shit. But for him, it's like, yeah, he doesn't want his real name being thrown around like that,
Yeah, no, I get it. And that's a scary thing when it's your livelihood, of course.
Yeah. You never know, I ain't got that problem. You know what I'm saying? My job is death metal.
Is that your job now?
That's my fucking job, man.
Excellent. I envy that, but I don't envy that. It's got to be a fucking bitch,
No, you envy it.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted, man.
Don't get it twisted.
Any sacrifice you make to live like this is totally worth it.
I'll buy that. I'm buying that.
Like, I just went on tour for a week with all like my best fucking friends, had the best time, met all of our Instagram family and like all these like Wharflurch followers and shit, like all these cool ass people, man. And just it was amazing, dude. Life affirming shit, for real.
Sure.
Shit. Okay. Yeah, I am jealous.
You are. You really are.
Oh, and speaking
of Daddy Gore, I got a gurgling gore package right here.
Ooh.
Look at that. Let me open it up for you.
All right, look at it. Yes. It's the reveal.
Y'all get a taste of my show on your show.
The unboxing. Let's see, what is it?
Yeah, this is usually what we would call Mail Mondays.
Mail Mondays.
But yeah, check out the patch.
Oh shit.
There.
It's a glorified version of the drummer from Journey.
Okay. Is it really?
Yes, really. Because it said that fluids in putrid stew. Try not to get the glare on it. But yeah, he's on the cover.
Okay.
The fluids in putrid stew split tape.
There you go. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to think if I'm getting fluids mixed up with. Weren't they on Maggot Stomp, or am I mixing that up with somebody else?
No, they're on Maggot Stomp. They're on Maggot Stomp.
Yeah, okay.
Maggot Stomp put out their first two albums, I think, or full lengths.
Yeah, sometimes there's multiple bands, and I get them crossed, but I think I got this one down.
You go.
Where's that sticker gonna go? Or patch? Where's the patch gonna go? It's pretty cool.
I don't know, man. I got so many patches, I don't even know what the fuck to do with them anymore. I have like a collection of like that's just
ton of patches.
Yeah, I mean, I could even separate them into color themes and do like different vests for each color theme. I could do an all green one, an all silver one,
That'd be
a
pretty
purple
cool.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have a color coordinated vest. Battle
Yeah.
vest.
I'm OCD like that too. Like I'll have to do it.
Okay, I think I found the last question of my notes, which was the 2019 demo. It has a very live sound, but considering that there's only one person playing most of the instruments, I'm assuming it's not live at all. So how did you end up getting
for that one? For that one, I just played the drums on it. Like I just recorded the drums out at our warehouse. I just played the shit and then brought those tracks back, and then I just played guitar over them, and then bass, and then had Mamo come do the vocals.
Okay, so it was drums first, then guitar, bass, vocals.
Yeah.
Do you play to a click track when you're doing that, or you just play the drums straight?
That one, no, I did not. That was just like I had a very different idea about the band at first. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do. Like I had an idea, but that was just me like experimenting with that idea first, and then realizing how I wanted to change it and evolve it. You know, after that.
So at what point did you figure out, oh, this is going to be like a real fucking, like if it wasn't a real thing in the beginning, when you were figuring it out, when did you were like, no, I need a second guitarist, then I need, you know, and no, we're going to start, we're going to take this seriously.
So we did the first demo, and you know, that didn't fucking really matter. You know, like it was not, nobody, you know, nobody gave a fuck, but it was cool. It was an important step because it made me choose a different way to start demoing or recording shit out in any way, you know? So once I started doing that and we had the next 5 songs, like we started recording them, you know, at the beginning of 2020. And then we went to Mexico to play that fest. And when we got back, everything was on lockdown. So me and Mamo was like, all right, boom, let's finish these up and like make it happen, you know? So we started doing that and putting effort into that. And, you know, slowly started turning heads, you know, got it out on tape and then eventually out on CD as well. And the Shit Slime thing happened because, well, actually after that point is when we said, well, we're doing this, we might as well put together like a full band and start rehearsing. So when shit opens up, we can start playing shows. But we got to the warehouse and then started rehearsing the stuff off of the Lurking Doom EP, which the original artwork you see right there. But we just got bored of that because we learned those songs really quickly. So we just started writing new shit because it was way more fun to just write stuff. And then that's how all the Shit Slime stuff came together. And then the day we recorded Shit Slime, the other guitar player quit. And then the day Shit Slime came out, the drummer quit.
And that's when Kerr's then the second guitarist who came in after that.
Yeah. Like the next week we started rehearsing with him with and still with the old drummer. And then like a couple of months later he quit, or a month later maybe, probably.
Where'd you know Kerr from?
Just from around town, man. He lives here. He's a musician that's been playing in black metal bands and all kinds of shit for many years around here. And he's just somebody that every time I see him at a show, like previously before he was in the band, every time I would see him at a show, we'd end up having like a good ass conversation and sit and just kick it, you know, on the side, having a cigarette and like laughing at dumb shit. So I always ended up having like a bro down moment with him. So I always liked him. And when it came time, I was like, oh yeah, let's get this guy in the band. That'll be a fucking laugh. And it has been. He's a fucking great bandmate, a great tour mate. He's a cool guy. Sick guitar player. Fucking show off.
Yeah, there's one track that has like all types of crazy solos at the end of it.
There's 2.
Celestial Myk. I can't pronounce shit, but that's one of them.
Mycelium.
What?
Mycelium.
Mycelium. Celestial Mycelium. That's one track that's got like a crazy guitar solo. So I take it that's him.
Oh yeah, and then on Abandoning Reality as well, he plays a really cool guitar solo.
Yeah, sometimes I don't. It's guitar solos. I'm like, but I definitely took a note of, about that one being a standout. Thing.
Yeah,
I thought it was cool.
Yeah, we play that one live as well, and it's just he kills it every time.
You don't show off though, or it's just mostly him. Is he the show off?
I can't show off. What do you mean?
Oh, okay.
No, I mean I can play me something, but like, let's keep it real. What we're doing in this band, like he's playing a 7-string guitar where it's like everything's kind of like properly intonated. I'm playing a 6-string guitar. Wait, I said he's playing a 7. Yeah, I'm playing a 6, but my shit's just all tuned down crazy and stupid. I do lead things, but it's more like in the like atmospheric melody, sick, fucking haunting harmony shit type of way, you know?
Yeah. So if you're playing are you playing a 6-string that's been tuned down to where his 7 is, and then like, are you missing the last string? Is that what's going on?
No, it's just that for him, all he has to do differently for his 7-string, differently than it's already tuned, is just down tune his B string to A.
Okay. And
then he can play it in the same where I am, you know? But from the beginning of the band, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely tuning a 6-string guitar down real sloppy, you know?
Yeah, I have said it many times that I love down-tuned guitars. I can't get enough of it. I don't know.
I mean, that's definitely kind of the whole thing. There's a certain resonance on stage when you hit those low notes, and and the bass hits it like that's the main thing too, the bass being able to hit that note.
Cool. Well, I said it was the last of my notes, and I even got a bonus question in there. Eric, do you got anything else?
No, nothing else to add.
Did we hit everything? I think we did.
We hit everything.
Awesome. Like I said, I'm gonna get all the links in the description. We made reference to another interview I saw with you on Ken's show. I'll put that link in there.
Cool.
And we'll get all the links down there. So you guys, everybody who's still watching, can check that stuff out. Go see the other projects, and Myk, when that stuff that isn't out yet comes out, definitely send me the links. And so if you're watching a year from now, I'll get that stuff in after the fact, and it'll be there.
Or maybe we'll even have another chat.
Yeah, or we'll have another chat. Yeah, we definitely need to have some people
we'll have
come
a little
back.
check-in with the boys, huh? It's no big deal. We're gonna check in, see how they doing.
That's right. No,
sounds like a plan.
Yeah, no, definitely this was a good time, and you're definitely always welcome to come back and have a chat with us.
Appreciate you guys, man.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it. Thanks for joining, everybody. Peace out. Later.